You're listening to the hottest indie music on the planet. TRS 24/7 Radio, the station that independence built.
This is Dave Maldonado from Gravesend Band. You're listening to Our Indie 10 on TRS 24/7 Radio. I would describe our music in simplest terms as storytelling, folk rock and roll, inspired by a range of musicians from Bob Dylan to Johnny Cash to even Social Distortion. I think it's music for nomads, Rolling Stones, and travelers. It's just the sort of music you play when you feel lost or conflicted. I would say our creative process is, involves a lot of traveling, and I usually take my guitar with me. So I normally come up with a few lines and a melody first, and then sort of build on that. The music usually conveys the emotional aspect of what I'm feeling, whereas the lyrics are sort of the actual story of what's going on. And then I take that rough idea and present it to the band, and we rework the tune to fit something we can all feel and understand. So the writing process itself involves a lot of emotion, honesty, and usually road tripping. I've been pursuing my craft, writing music since I was about 13, and I know the other guys started around 17. We all really started, though, pursuing music when Allison and I formed Gravesend in 2012. Ben, Mike, and Steve, though, always dreamed of playing music, and I think Gravesend became an excellent outlet for that passion. The music industry in my area is a death trap. The musicians have been put into a position where they're afraid of working together because the industry makes enemies out of us, and then we often lose focus on what really matters, which in my opinion is just a community of musicians who love what they're doing and support each other in it. I would say we've all, evolved personally and musically since our journey first began, in the sense that we've gotten a lot closer and more trusting. As musicians, we got to try out a number of different things and see what we liked and didn't like. And, despite our different musical backgrounds, we've really taken the time to figure out the sort of sound we want to have. And then as individuals, we've seen a few guys in this group itself come and go. Instead of, shaking us up, though, I think that just made us feel more certain about the folks that stayed, and that playing music is what we want to do for the rest of our lives. I measure success based on, playing music that's real for the artist and music that the fans can enjoy. And I guess in terms of financial success, as an artist, it'd be ideal to, have enough money to fund your dream as well as, pay the bills. Being an indie artist has taught me, taught all of us just how difficult life can be for musicians trying to make a living. We've definitely all worked a lot of odd jobs as a direct result of our complicated music schedule. I think the best advice I can give to an indie artist, is, just keep trying, never give up, and don't lose track of the things you love. Pursue the music you want to create. It's not about catering to someone else's taste. I think it's more about playing, what satisfies your thirst as an artist. We engage our fans best, I think, with our live shows. Playing in Gravesend sort of gives us all the chance to let out a lot of emotions and feelings, and I think that gives the fans a more in-depth look into our lives than folks who've known us, for years and have never seen us play. We've also taken some requests before, for songs we didn't really plan on playing that night. I think doing things like that and having that connection takes fans from being, just an audience to active participants in our show. Gravesend will be taking a short break until April, during which we'll be working on our first professionally recorded EP. We're playing one more show, though, this month at Slake in the City on Friday, February 21st. This was Dave Maldonado of Gravesend. You've been listening to Our Indie 10 on TRS 24/7 Radio. And now you're listening to I Hope This Letter Finds You Well.
I'm sure there's bound to be a better way for you to cope and deal with pain all the time. You can't say it away, 'cause lurking in a dirty room, this infection's got me too. And how can we breathe where we don't feel safe? Make a point to hate your past, spill it all in a dirty glass, and you scream out in pain, I don't believe this. Make a note and turn the page, read it all before it fades, kill the candle's flames and bathe now in the darkness. Another city or another state, it seems no matter how far away, time's still the biggest distance we have crossed. And so it's true, all things will end. You wipe the tears of your closest friend and mourn the death of all the things we lost. For you faded, and your eyes are staring jaded. A hangman tied a noose before we fell. Take what you will from this, write it off with the things you miss. But my God, I hope this letter finds you well. My God, I hope this letter finds you well. Oh my God, I hope this letter finds you well.